Power 106, LA's #1 for hip hop. Buenos dias. It's Brown Bag Mornings, and we have Storm DeBarge. Look, you may be hearing her for the first time, but I promise you've seen her again and again, and
Millions
you've seen her work.
Yes.
From the Super Bowl screen to the latest Kendrick Lamar drop, Storm DeBarge is behind some of the best dance moves that you've seen that have turned out to be iconic, Storm.
Thank you.
And they come from you. They come from I guess, your experience, your skill set, and bringing that to the table. Talk to me, Storm. First of all, we were like, bro, is she related to the DeBarges?
I'm screaming. Okay, so that's through marriage. One of them married my mother when I was in 8th grade, and then he was so in love with my mom that he changed my last name. Like, they went to the court, they went to the courthouse, and after that, they went to change my name.
What a
Yo, you can't even
so then I just kept it.
That last
Hell
name.
yeah.
So it's incredible. Like, in entertainment,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's a top tier last name to get.
We have a homie. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but he's in here. He's dating a girl with kids. He don't even want to give them Christmas presents. So,
I'm screaming.
So at least you got a whole last name that wasn't even yours. Wow.
And that's because your stepdad loved your stepmom that much.
Yeah, they love my mom. Yeah, love my mom for sure. My mom.
So
he really loved her.
I'm not doing that.
No.
It's crazy.
Hey, y'all funny.
No, Storm. So talk to me. I guess being able to see you and see how you rep not just your skill set, but you find a way, and it's really cool when it comes from being from out here, that we each find our ways to represent from out here, right? Throughout what we do. We do it through comedy, through podcasting, through the radio. You found your way through dance. You know, mixing clearly stuff you learned, I guess, as a general dance rule, and then mixing that in with the West Coast.
Yeah.
Talk to me about you creating that for yourself.
I think it kind of happened naturally because I don't know if you guys know, but clearly the jerking movement that was here, like jerking stuff in LA, right?
Yeah,
so that was the thing that I like fell in love with at first, being a teenager, and then I'm like, okay, cool. I like the Dougie. That's cute. Like, you know, we got the 2-steps, we got the things that we do, and we're at parties when we're celebrating each other. It's regular things. Like when we're 2-stepping, we holding hands, like we getting off.
Exactly.
That's regular here in our community. So I think I was like, okay, cool. If I do this all the time, I can mix that with what I already do. And then I started clown dancing. So I was like, okay, cool. I love to clown. So let me mix my vibe with that as well. So just creating my own, like when people are like, what's your dance style? I'm like, Storm style, because I really don't even
I love that.
I don't even know what to say because I do hip hop too, but it's just a mixture of things that represents the culture in Los Angeles.
No, I love that. And you know, knowing that like there's all different types of dancing in different parts of the country, how do you look at like when in New York they do like getting sturdy and stuff like that? And have you ever thought about incorporating that into your thing, or you're just like, nah, I'm LA, I'm Storm, like that's what I'm on?
Yeah, I think that's just me. Like I like doing my own thing. I do love like New York's vibe when they like get light and things like that.
Exactly.
Like it's super vibey. Sometimes I'll play around and like do it. But with me, with dance, it's like you kind of got to respect everybody's culture. So I wouldn't get up and make a video and then start getting light, and I'm like, they're like, hold on, where did you learn that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You weren't
because
in the Bronx.
that's a big thing, right? Like, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Just like if we were to see someone doing some West Coast stuff on another region, we'd be like, hold up.
Like how you know that?
I've seen some New Yorkers trying to do the LA stuff. They can't do it.
They love it. I feel like everybody kind of,
it's fun.
It's hard not to try to do it. I think it's when it becomes like a professional thing, like with the industry and things. Like we can't profit off. If you really don't do it, you can't profit off it, because this is what I really do. Is my job.
What do you think about like all the TikTok dances out there? Like, all the dancers out there.
When TikTok dropped, I know when TikTok dropped, it was kind of hard because it was like, okay, you have a platform that everybody's on, especially because it was COVID. So we were all on there. And I remember I found myself on there, and I'm looking at all the TikTok dancers like, wait. And then I just started seeing dancers doing the TikTok dances, and I'm like, oh, hold on, what's going on? And then I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see the TikTok dancers getting booked for like commercials or like brand deals and things. And I'm like, wait, hold on, like I've been working all this time, and we're just gonna give it to them because they got 1 million views on TikTok. So that definitely was like a conversation we had with like the dance industry and the TikTokers,
because you really do this. It's not just you picked up a phone and then you dance and all of a sudden you're choreographing the Super Bowl. Like no, you really you went through that.
So it's cool. Like now I find myself doing like some of the cute little dances, but like as far as like making it like, oh, you're a because there are TikTok dancers. Like I've been on set where they're like, oh, we have our industry dancers, and then we also book like 4 TikTok dancers. And I'd be like, oh, what's going on?
How much are they getting paid?
No, facts though. So it's definitely a conversation.
So how does it feel? Because it's like, obviously the dance community has always, been going, like, people will never stop dancing, right? But how does it feel to, in a sense, be like the face of like the LA movement? I know you and Cooley kind of created this like style with the video that is completely different from and set you guys apart from everybody else.
Okay, it's crazy because like lately a lot of people have been saying that, like, how do you feel about being the face of LA, like the dancer? And then my manager's always like, no, like, you're not just a dancer. And I'm like, I get that. So it's a lot. I think my title's pretty big. Shout out to Cooley because that's really my
shout
dog.
out Cooley.
I think with us creating that new lane, it just happened naturally because I've been knowing him since I was 13. So like we danced together in the same jerk group, and then he picked up a camera. I was still in high school. We linked up in like 2018, 2019. He was like, where you at? I want to shoot you. Like, what's up? And then our first video happened and I was like, I want to link with you every day now. Like, whatever it takes for you to get better, whatever it takes for you to see something, or I'm dancing, like, me, so it's easy. So when you guys watch the videos, it's just like seamlessly flowing. Like, it feels good because he understands me, so it's dope. I love carrying whatever people put on my title because I love it. I really do love it.
That's fire. Talk to me about, I know you guys, you and Watomi Kwan did, I forgot what the name of it was exactly.
So I started my own series. It was called Family Function. So I started it in 2021, and then I was like, okay, cool. I kind of want to, so I wanted to do a video. I was like, I want to do a video at the park. I told Cooley, I was like, I want to do a video at the park. I don't know. I just want to do something different. And I was like, I want to do like LA OG songs, and I want to do a couple of them. I just don't know how I want to attack it. So I invited like 10 friends to the park, and I was like, y'all could just show up, just please. We made like 5 hot dogs, 5 hamburgers. I got bag of chips. I went to the corner store, and I was just like, I just want to capture the barbecue situation. And just like, I don't know. I didn't know. And then I was like, Quan, I think it would be so cool if you like came and like did just a little dialogue with me in the beginning or something. Like, I don't know what it could be, but I just knew I wanted it to happen. So when we got there, I kind of was just like directing it. And then after I did the first one and I posted it, I'm like, okay, I like this. And then I talked to my best friend, and he was like, you can make this like a thing. So I was like, you're right. So then I started making the second one, and I was like, okay, dope. I can keep Quan as like the cousin. So then that's when that started happening. And then we have like I have like 13 now. I went to New York. I went to the Bay and did one as well. Wow. And then I just did the Christmas one like 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to drop that on Christmas Eve.
That's so fire. Can't
wait. Do you see it going into, we saw this with Issa Rae having done What Became Insecure as her web series on YouTube, right? Do you see yourself going in that? Is that something that you aspire to? Because I don't see you as, like you said, it's not just a dancer. You're already directing people. You're putting plays together. You have a vision, Storm. Do you see that happening?
Actually, it's in the works. It's in the works. Yeah.
If you ever need people that can't dance, right here.
Hey, I got you.
If you need a Mexican that can kind of almost dance,
a little bit.
Okay, now you got to show it to her.
I'm not gonna do it right now.
He has one move.
Everybody got to show me a move.
I'll show you after.
You're gonna rate our one move. Okay,
we're gonna do the Squabble up together.
I can do that one.
Yeah, let's do it together.
Hilarious. He does this thing called the bunny hop.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like what it sounds like.
Trying to make me shoot hoops in front of Michael Jordan right now. That's not fair.
You're the one who said, hey, Jordan, I can take you one-on-one.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's just I could sort of kind of a little bit dance. You know what I'm saying? For a Mexican.
Free throw.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Hilarious. Storm, you talk about being an industry dancer. Does that take a certain schooling? Does that, how does that go versus, I guess, TikTok. I don't want to say but...
Okay, I was just talking about this to my friend because I feel like LA sees me, like a lot of people in LA see me in parties, like I said, two-stepping, twerking, doing whatever I wanted to do. Yeah. And they seen that as like, okay, we're celebrating, it's fun, like we love when she does it, but then for them to actually understand that it was a professional thing was Super Bowl. Like they're like, oh, like we get it.
Real.
Like you really like, oh my God, you've been working so hard. And like I've heard people tell me like, oh, you think you just finna crump and clown your way to the top? Like all of that. Yeah. So for that to happen, everybody was like, oh my God, like I'm so sorry to have I said those things. Like you're really, and I'm like, you guys, this is my job. Like this is a thing. Like being a part of the industry is dope. So you have the dance industry and you have to go in the rehearsals for hours. You have to be professional. You know what I'm saying? You got to be an adult. Like these things really happen. They call you got to drop everything.
Auditions, all of that.
Auditions, you have to go through headshots, like anything, your resume, all those things matter. You have to make sure you're keeping your social media together, everything, because you're a professional. So nobody's going to book you on a tour or a music video if you cutting up on the internet. So it's everything and a lot of blankets all together, and then just being in that pool to be able to get called for those things.
Wow, Storm. Man. And then let's talk about it too, because I think that one of your greatest traits that I wish that I had is how you could keep a secret. Because Storm, wow.
Yeah, actually.
If I was choreographing the Super Bowl or Not Like Us, the world would know.
You'd hear some rumors. Rumors say.
No. When I got the call for the Super Bowl, I immediately was like, oh yeah, no. And then it was just also,
but that's smart. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it was like COVID-y, so it was just like you still have to get tested every morning when you walk into the stadium. Like you still have to do these things. So I'm like, okay, cool. One, I can't be around nobody. So I wasn't around nobody for like 2 months. I literally would go to rehearsal and I would go home.
Now your homies know when you go ghost brush.
Yeah, they're like, they be texting me like, what's going on? Why would you me? You know what I'm saying? So it's super fun. It's super cool. But I just stand by like a creative. So like when I do my family functions, I tell people like don't if you take recordings or anything, don't post them. I'm like that. So I totally understand because it's my craft and I don't want nobody to know until I want them to know. So I keep it definitely to myself. The Kendrick stuff is funny because I didn't like my friend group, my best friend, nothing. Like I was just like I'll be like, hey, I'm finna do something. I was like, I'm finna do something crazy. I just want to let you know that. And they're like they start thinking like, what could it be? What could it be? And I'm just like, yeah, because I do sign my NDA. Some people sign them and don't care. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm like, nah, because I feel like if I tell somebody, I don't know, I feel like maybe your energy will mess it up. Like you don't even have to say anything to be a hater these days. Like you really can think about it and have your energy. And if I'm telling you, I could wake up with a good like, oh my God, I'm about to do Kendrick. And I'm telling you, you wake up on the other side of the bed and you just like, oh, okay. And then it's just like, I'm like, damn. So now I have this weird ass energy. So I'm like, I might as well protect it at all motherfucking costs.
That part.
I'm just going to chill. My manager didn't know about Squabble Up.
Wow.
She was on the set.
Kept it?
She was on the set.
I'm telling you, Aries.
Yes.
Aries. Fighter.
I literally
go to battle.
I got on the phone with Calmatic. We talked, boom, boom, boom. And I just walked out the room and I told Lauren, I said, I'm finna do something really crazy. And she was like, okay. I was like, and I can't tell you, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Because like, she knows everything.
But you're going to be so proud when you see it.
Proud.
Wow.
And then we get to set, and just like, because I feel like everybody has these questions, but when we get to set, there was no music. There's no music. The song they were dancing to, it was a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not something you can really look at, and you can look at it and be like, damn, it could be anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody knew when people were asking on the set, like, do you know why we're here? And stuff like that. So it's just funny. And I'm like, I just do the job.
You know, I have seen interviews like the Chicano cats that were doing like the popping.
Yes.
They were doing it to a beat that sounded like just that.
It was like it was like boom skit. Boom, boom, scat. Like, I was like, what's going on? Like,
so they had like a dummy beat or something?
Yeah, it was dummy beat.
Wow.
It was the same BPM though.
Yeah.
Oh, the same BPM.
So however you would hit would match with what ended up happening.
That's genius.
That's how much Kendrick don't trust nobody.
Kind of diabolical.
Yeah. We're all just keeping secrets from each other.
I loved it.
I know. I do like it to equip you. Like, okay, what can I do later for my projects? But even G Perico was telling us when they were just standing or doing their scenes, there's no music. It's just gonna be there. Chill, be yourself.
It's funny because somebody. If you look at the video, there you see like a cord, because I couldn't even lie at that point.
Yeah.
You see a cord. Like I have an earphone. I was the only person who heard the song the whole time.
Wow.
Because life.
Well,
but also you proving yourself. Yeah,
so
the Not Like Us video, the Super Bowl, so
I was like, oh shit, okay,
let's go.
Bet. I was like, bet. So I just got off, and then I just realized when I was in the video, I was like, oh shit, you can see I have the earphones. Somebody's gonna say something, but it's okay.
Storm
I kept my mouth shut.
When I hear me, that's just a song I like.
That was weird. I was low key like dancing, and I would be like, I was like, oh shit, and I was just standing there. And I was like, let me shut the.
Don't sing.
I don't know how you kept a straight face from like,
so
get the fuck out of my face. That would have been me on.
Yeah, the whole time I was like,
she look good, but she don't.
That's so tight. All right, tell me, Storm. There's been so much that's transpired in your life that you can be proud of, but I know that comes with all the hard work, like you said, of not getting callbacks or people, like you say, being like, oh, that's just that move. Like, it's not really what it is. To see yourself kind of get in this moment, that must be something that you're ending the year off with, like, sheesh.
Yeah.
This was very different maybe a couple of years ago, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely different. But I think like I don't be tripping. Yeah. Like I really love what I do, and I'm really excited about the future and everything I have going on and everything that I've been doing. So I don't really be focused on the people, and like I think my work speaks for it. Like when they see it and you see me on TV and you probably like, damn. And yeah, You shouldn't have said what you said. It's okay. Like, I literally love telling this story. We were about to graduate, and me, like, I don't know, I played football in high school, and I wanted to go to college for football, but I wasn't really the testy girl. Like, I did my SATs, I did all that, but I didn't know what school I wanted to go to. I wanted to just go for football. Like, I wanted to go to HBCU. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. Like, I just wanted to stay in LA, all the things. So we were talking and stuff. Me and my friends was talking back in the backyard, and they were like, yeah, like, we're going to this school, like, what are you gonna do? Because, like, we're kind of worried, like, when we go to school, like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I mean, I'm gonna go to school, like, I'm gonna go to SMC, and then I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna figure it out. And they're like, we know, we just don't want to leave you, and like, you're just still dancing, and like, we just. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And I was sad at the time. Yeah. But then I thought about it when I did Super Bowl, and I was like, yeah, ho. Like, and now y'all in debt. Y'all got to owe the college money. Come on. I don't.
How's that degree looking now?
Yeah. Come on.
You got to watch me on the Super Bowl.
That's why I'm like, do me wrong, talk about me, whatever you want to do, but you just going to keep seeing me on your screen, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you, like, you know you're talented at it? Sometimes when it's your gift, someone else has to tell you, like, bro, you know, literally what you do with your body and how you listen to music and how you make that your art. Everything. That is legit a gift that a lot of people don't have. You could play the same beat. I don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Or you could play, like, you see people that don't really have it. Talk to me about, I guess, when you found out, like, oh, I can really do this. Like, this is more than just a pastime or something I do with my friends. This is something that, like, I'm really good at. I'm the Jordan of this shit.
Probably like 2022, like 20, I feel like 2022, a little bit before Super Bowl, because we were doing all the videos and things, and like, I do the videos for myself. Like, I just want to share them. People are like, how do you go viral? And I'm like, I don't know. I just dance. Like, that's on. It's not choreography. That comes off the dome. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I just play the music because I love the song. I grew up with OG music. I grew up with that. So now that I'm old enough to dance to it, I'm excited. So I'm gonna put the song on. I'm gonna dance and let it happen and let it flow. I think just the reaction from people in my videos, it kind of was just like, okay, you see it. Like, I know you see what I'm doing. Like, are you listening? Because I'm listening to music. So it gets me excited. And I'm like, yeah, there's nobody like me. Just like, I'm not like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like each other. We all have our own gifts. So when I realized it, I was like, okay, dope. Like, y'all getting it. I got it. We're here. Like, I love it.
It's amazing. Like that.
Speaking of music, I feel like Lucy Pearl owes you a check.
Hey.
Lucy Pearl owes you some bread.
I need some money.
I feel like that song, like, got rediscovered because of your guys's music videos and stuff like that, and like, it's like on like my playlist all the time now, and it's just like, tell me about that. Is there any like relationship there, or just like, did you do that like purposefully, or is that just a song you liked? And
that was a song I liked. Usually for family function, especially around that time, it was just songs that was coming on my shuffle and that were on my playlist. So I never really know what song I'm doing, so that just came on my playlist, and I was in the car and I was like, you know what, I actually want to use this for the next one. So I just was like, let's use it. And then it went crazy, and people are like, oh my God, I never heard this song before. Oh my God, it's been so long since I heard it. And I'm like, oh shit, like, we did that. So it was really dope. And then Snoop telling me too, like, it just everybody telling me like, nah, like, you really putting all this music back on the map by doing this. And I'm like, nah, I appreciate that for real, because y'all gave it to us. So I'm very appreciative.
Or any other OGs like, hey, can you rediscover my song?
Oh, for sure.
It's 20 years old also.
No,
you might like it.
Hey, remember this?
They do. They like, can you use this for the next chapter collection? I'm like, bro, no, it gotta be on my heart.
That's amazing.
It has to feel something like for me. Talk to me about, I guess, putting something together. You hear the song first, you freestyle it. How do you then like choreograph that with people? Like, I'm maybe like specifically asking for the Super Bowl stuff. You know the music, right? You know what you were gonna do, but essentially like having a group of people also do the same thing.
Okay, so boom. Fatima Robinson, she's like an amazing choreographer, director. She worked with Aaliyah, Michael Jackson, Busta Rhymes, like everybody to this day. She booked me for that job, which was crazy because, like I said, with the industry dancing, sometimes people can overlook the real culture. So they want the culture, they'll use the culture, but they won't get it. So when she called me and she was like, hey, Dr. Dre seen the Lucy Pearl video. He wants the little girl to come walk in Super Bowl. And I was like, oh my God, yes. So I was like, whatever you need, like whatever you need. And then she was like, oh, and I want you to help me with this choreography because it's real LA. Like, I want you to help. So I was like, say less. So we went to the audition. All the dancers were there. Boom, boom, boom. And I freestyled. And then she was like, do that. like teach that. And I was like, I don't know what I just did.
Yeah.
You got to record it?
Yeah, no, somebody recorded it. Recorded it, and I was like, let me look at it. So I looked at it, and I was like, okay, cool. So then I just like used it, but I mixed a little bit up, and then you just teach it like you teach it to the 80, 100 people that are there.
Yeah.
And then you get it together,
Yeah.
and then that's it. You have rehearsal for a month and a half, and then you get in the stadium, and then you got to do it. Like, it's just
what kind of teacher are you? Are you strict? Are you yelling at people?
Do you yell at them?
I'm actually a funny teacher. I don't play though. Like, don't shortchange me, and don't shortchange your money, and like the kids don't waste your mama time and your daddy time bringing you here and doing that. So I'll let them know that. But I'm really funny. I think people always tell me like, you're a fun teacher. Like, you allow us to be us, but you're not too strict. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun to be here, because sometimes you can go to dance classes and it's discouraging, and you get in there and they're like, oh, you got to dance like this and be super stiff and da-da-da-da-da.
Again.
Yeah, nah.
Like, what do you mean?
There's not enough squabble in your squabble.
Not enough squabble there. So yeah, it's fun.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's fun. I think I created a fun experience for
That's
them.
amazing.
Is Super Bowl when you met Dot?
Oh my God, yeah. So look, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So there's stand-ins before the artists come in. We rehearse, the dancers rehearse by ourselves. So when they come in, everything's together. So they don't come in like, what's
going on?
Right. So boom, we had stand-ins, and one of the choreographers that work with Fatima, his name's Dubs. He was Kendrick standing at the moment. So we were doing the routine, and everybody was there, but I didn't know Kendrick was there. Like, I did see Mary, I did see Snoop, I did see Eminem, but I did not see Kendrick. I don't know. Maybe he came in while we were dancing or something. I don't know.
He's waiting in the shadows.
But we're doing.
He just has his mystique.
And he was all
live
black.
at the
And I'm
stadium?
like, what you got going on? So we doing a routine, and we just got done doing it, and they're like, all right, reset. So like, I reset it, but like when I reset it, I turned around to walk back to where I was going, but I like brushed Dub's shoulder. So I was like, I said, oh, my bad. And then I turned around and I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, oh my God. I was like, and I was trying to introduce myself, and he's like, no, I already know who you are. He's like, I love your videos. I love what you do. Like, like this you doing your thing. I'm like, oh, I was like, yeah, I choreographed this. Like, I was like, I gotta go. So I walked away, and then we just kept going. And then after Super Bowl, we were all going to our cars, like, towards the end of the game, we are already leaving, and he was walking with his kids, and I was walking behind, and then we were about to split, and then he was like, congratulations, and I was like, congratulations. I was like, thank you so much. He was like, we gotta work, like, we gonna work soon. I said, no, we are, watch. And then I DM'd him like 2 weeks after that. I was like, I don't know when we're gonna work, but we are. And then
wow,
wow, I love that.
And Kendrick is tapped in.
Yeah,
one thing we've noticed is like he's
pays
aware
attention.
of everything going on in the city.
He pays attention.
Also, the whole world watches the Lucy Pearl videos.
That's why I was like, dope, he's seen it, because even before that, he had seen one of my family functions, and he told somebody like, oh yeah, I've been seeing her family functions like that. I'm like, oh,
you never know what you create, like where it's gonna go.
Right, because I feel like this year, like you did the family functions, obviously you like the pop out and all the shows. You even toured this year.
I did. I went to Daddy. No, so the only tour I did was the end of a tour, and I did it with Daddy Yankee.
What?
And let me tell y'all something. I went to a bilingual elementary school, so I learned all my subjects and everything in Spanish, and then it went all the way to middle school into high school. So
Cállate la boca.
Yo puedo hablar español.
Let's go.
No.
That's great, because
escribir, todo eso.
Look at you, so you know when people are talking smack about you.
Yeah. I caught somebody talking smack about my mama while we was in a grocery store one time. Yeah, and on the bus, these girls was talking about me.
Yeah, Storm, they not like us, Storm. Okay, you're not claiming that. Okay.
How was
Squabble up for you.
But yeah, Daddy Yankee was crazy, because when I got the call, they was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do the last 6 shows with Daddy Yankee.
Yeah.
We had to go to Puerto Rico. I said, Daddy, who? I said, I don't think y'all understand. I was like, I grew up listening to him. No, for real. Like, what? Like, Rompe, Gasolina, all that. I was like, hell yeah. So when we were there, I was like, nah, this can't be happening. So it was fun. And that was my first time in Puerto Rico. Like, it was hella cool. He was so nice. Yeah. It was his last shows. Like, he retired. So that was even crazier, because I was like, oh my God, from going to dancing on the schoolyard to Gasolina to actually dancing to Gasolina with bro, it was insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm trying to go on tour with 310. I think he's going on tour next year, so let's see about it.
Gentry, you heard that?
310 Gentry, 310 Kendrick. Both of y'all call me. I could do 2 at the same time.
Hey, bro, big up 310 too, because I guess just when Soak City, even when that dropped, it was at a time where everyone, not that we were a little slow, but I think on the dance level, we're looking for that. And he
For the
brought
fun-
us that.
It was
Fun
so
stuff,
fun.
yeah.
Yes.
When I first heard it, I said, "Who is this little boy?" And then they hit me. It's so funny because Gentry's funny.
Yeah.
So they hit me and they were like, "Hey, we want you for the video." Boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, "Oh, well, this is how much I charged." You know what I'm saying? Here it is. And then we talked, and he was like, "Oh, well, we only want you for this amount of time." So we figured it out. But I also was on my cycle, so it was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I met them on, I forgot what corner that was. We shot the video. It literally took like 20 minutes because they were like, "We just want to shoot you by yourself in like one little
Yeah.
spot." So then I was like, "It's okay, let's do it." So we did it, and that was that. And then it came out, and they're like, "What?" They're like, "No, like, thank you so much." You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people know you, so it's like really dope to see.
Yeah.
And just like everybody doing the dance, and like him being in high school at the time was super dope to me.
Yeah.
And he's such a good kid. Like,
Such a
I've
good
done a lot of
kid,
jobs
yeah.
with him now, and it's just beautiful for him to see how he carries himself, and how he performs and how much dedication he takes. So that's why I'm like, "Oh, I like you. Like, we can work for sure
Yeah.
because we work the same."
He would do
Love that.
high school games and still does. He pops up to our Power High School games. And before, when he was in school still, his mom would be like, if he doesn't do his homework today, he's
Yep.
not
He can't
going.
go.
He can't
Yeah.
go.
And like, you need that. And
Yeah.
it's just cool because it adds that discipline in you too. Like, no matter how big you are, you still got like responsibility.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to you, Cam. Love you.
Yeah. Really good kid there. All right, so 2025 is here,
Yes.
Storm.
Yeah.
2 Super Bowls you're gonna choreograph?
I
How
want
crazy.
to be in Super Bowl so bad, y'all. I just
Hold
feel
on.
like it would be crazy for me not to be in Super
You
Bowl.
gonna be in
Yeah.
there.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for the call. I swear, people are like, "Storm, I feel like you just, you know how to
Storm,
keep
you already
saying
doing
it."
it.
But I
You
promise
the way
to
that
God-
you're,
No, I
you're not
promise
looking
to
at me,
God.
you're looking up.
No,
You're
I
not
promise
looking
to God. Like,
Okay.
I put that on my daddy, rest in peace. I do not know. Like, I don't know. I haven't got the call. I ain't got no email.
Well, you
nothing.
can even choreograph the Spanish singer.
All I'm trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? Something shit, I can do it. So yeah, Kendrick, call me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be on tour, but I do have a lot of things going on next year. I'm really excited about we just did the LLC for my casting network because I'm just like really serious about the kids in our community.
Yeah.
And they look at me and they see that they could do it too.
Yep.
I don't want them to go through the doors and all the struggles and stuff I had to go through with the
Come
industry
on.
and trying to
Good
like,
for you.
because in the beginning it felt like, oh, you have to do choreography, you have to do these things
Yeah.
to get in these spots. But I was like, wait, hold on, actually no, I'm creating my own, like, you know, my own bag, my own lane. This is my own lane.
You gotta
So
have
I
it.
could do that.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to create a casting network to the point where it's like, you want the culture, you want LA, like, call me and I can give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
and less struggle, less problems. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you trust me, you know I'm gonna come. So that's important to me. And yeah, we're gonna be down on that. And
Wow,
I've
that's
already booked
incredible.
kids and things like that for
That's
this video. So it's
awesome.
super
That's
dope.
awesome because you're
Yeah.
gonna change a lot of kids' lives that
Yeah.
are potentially going in one direction. Now they're gonna like have a career set for
Goals,
them.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even like after they graduate and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that's my
that's
like
amazing.
big
What is it called,
job.
Storm?
The Land.
The-
Yeah, it's
The
called
Land.
The Land.
Hey, welcome to
The Land Casting
The
Network.
Land.
Yeah.
That's
She really from the land.
I want to do like a podcast. I want to do all these things. Like,
Yeah.
there's just a lot of
Do
things.
it,
do
Storm.
it, Storm.
Yes.
You need to.
Yeah, I want to do all the
Bruh,
things.
you got it. Do people go up to you like auditioning? Like, do you see people be like,
just come up
Storm,
to you
watch
and start
this.
dancing?
Watch this. Yes. you can add this to your routine if you
No,
want.
Yeah.
people really do. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
like,
bet.
I'll be out, somebody will see me, they'll do it. Or like, we do give backs at the Slauson every Friday. We give back groceries. My manager, she has We Grow LA, and she started that. We feed over 250 or 300 families every Friday
Friday.
at the Slauson. So people come up there because they know we're gonna be up there. And they'll be in the line and see me and say hi and start busting down. Or if they see me looking in their direction,
Yeah.
they start busting down. I just be like, they be like, call me if you need me.
That is amazing.
It's fun though. It's funny.
That's awesome.
Do you look at like old movies, like not old, but like Stomp the Yard or like dance movies like that, and you
Honey.
think like, man, like I should have been in that movie.
What? I grew up mad.
why.
No, like I grew up mad at certain people that I wasn't in these things, but it's like, y'all didn't know me. Like, I was so mad I wasn't in a lot of Snoop Dogg videos, sick to my stomach. Like, why you ain't call me? I was 10 years old. I would have bust down. You know what I'm saying?
I could have been in Cali's active.
Come on. Busting it down. But yeah, like You Got Served and definitely Stomp the Yard and all
Yeah.
those movies, Honey, all that. Like, I'm like, man, I wish I could have been in there, but it's okay because I'm going to make my own.
Make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Make
my
it.
own for sure. And like
Wow.
I recreated You Got Served, like my own visual, and it went up. Like,
Yep.
shout out to Fat Man Scoop. I was able to, talk to him and have those words with him and do those things. So it was just really dope for him to see and like give me that, the love and the
Yeah.
flowers for that.
That's
so
so
it was just
cool.
super dope.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that cosign, like,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
one did to to the club and music what Fat Man has done.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
With just his voice, just his hypeness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who gets you hype? What really makes you like, okay, I gotta be out there. I gotta be doing something. Yourself.
I think it's
Aries.
the fans. I just think it's the fans and like them being happy to see what I do, honestly. And I just love what I do. Like people ask me all the time, like, you get tired of doing it, and I'm like, my body does, but I don't. Like I don't at all. I'll be ready to go. I'll be ready to dance. I'll be ready to direct.
What part of your body is the first part that gives out Storm?
I think my legs.
Yeah.
Like, my legs and my knees and my back. I'll be like, oh my god. Why do I feel 60 already?
We need an Epsom salt sponsorship.
Bro, like,
Bring the icy hot.
I'll be on there like, why does my, and then I'm so little and I'll be moving so hard.
Yeah, you're tiny. I didn't know, and I think I guess seeing the Not Like Us video for me, you were right. Like since
I
you
look
were the
kinda
only,
tall, right?
yeah, since you're the only person there, maybe you do. I'm like, but now seeing you, it's cute. It's amazing.
People tell me they like, I thought you were taller, because sometimes in videos, depending on angles and things, like it looks taller, but they'll see me, they're like, oh my god, you're so little, and I'm like, not too much.
Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah, I still got these hands.
Big.
Come on. No, thank you so much, Storm DeBarge, for
Thank you,
coming.
Storm.
No,
Yeah,
of course, you
thank
guys are
you.
fun.
It's been awesome getting to know you, and it's so awesome to be able to see you just go off and conquer the world, because that's what you're going
Thank
to do,
you
baby.
guys so much.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it.
It's Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings. The morning.